It's win or go home here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium for today's Section 3 Class A semifinals, where the Liverpool Legends and CNS Northstars are set to clash. We thank you so much for joining us. I'm Joey Cox, joined alongside Killian Heffron. Now, today's matchup carries high stakes, as this is exactly where the Northstars fell and their season was stopped last season against the West Genesee Wildcats. We were there for that game. Ended up coming close, but in the end, the West Genesee Wildcats, came out with that victory. And the Northstars, they've had some tough luck, here with Coach Chuck Wilbur. They have not been able to make it to the championship, and in CNS boys lacrosse history, they have yet to win a Section 3 Class A championship. So a lot is on the line here, but the Northstars, they've been stopped in their last 4 seasons in this very same game in the semifinals. They played against West Genny last year, as I already mentioned, but the previous 3 seasons before that were all against the Liverpool Legends, and they all resulted in losses for the Northstars, being outscored 28-22 in those 3 games. But the Northstars look a lot better this season. Obviously, they were undefeated. They were stopped short of that undefeated season by the very same team they lost to last year in the semifinals, the West Genesee Wildcats, but they still come out of the season with a 14-1 record, so still impressive. Number 13 in the state. So still excellent season here for Coach Chuck Wilbur and the Northstars. But, Killian, like I was saying, how the Northstars have had a great season. They've had a great season here against this Liverpool squad, beating them, sweeping them in the regular season series 2-0, and obviously their last game of the season was an 18-13 victory for the Northstars against this very same team. So they're playing them back-to-back here, Killian. But, the Northstars, like I said, beating in the regular season, but they're 5-0 in recent history as well. So the Northstars have stayed strong in their last 5 matchups versus the Legends. So, Killian, how does Northstars repeat this recent history, and how do they end this dry spell in the semifinals, specifically against the Legends?
Well, Joey, you know that CNS this year, they have a strong offense. You got Donovan Chaney, Adrian Sweeney, your 2 big offensive contributors, but also you have to remember they have that motivation of wanting to get to West Genny and wanting to take them down. At the very beginning of the year, I spoke to Luke Deinhardt, and one of the things he said was, we have the team to take down Genny this year. That motivation is going to they're going to carry them through this game, and you should expect to see the Northstars work to get to that final spot in order to attempt to get their revenge on Genny. Now, Liverpool, no pushover, but you have to expect that they're going to rely on those offensive contributors to get them to that spot.
Yeah, and you talk about that West Genny game, Killian, 13-12. It was such a close game. It came down to those final minutes. The Northstars scored very late with just a few minutes left, or actually seconds left to go. They just weren't able to get that final score and tie things up. But yeah, Killian, they held through the entire game. A little bit different than last year's loss, which was more dominant victory for West Genny. So the Northstars have definitely shown some improvement since last season, and I think they could go all the way. If any year that Coach Wilbur is going to be able to make his first Section 3 Class A championship appearance, it's this season, especially against this Liverpool team that they've dominated 2-0 in the regular season. But the Legends, however, they are no stranger to not only this game, obviously beating the Northstars in the last 3 of their Section 3 Class A semifinal appearances, but they also have a potent shooter in junior Christopher Matat, who has 68 goals, and he scored 11 in the last 2 games, even though they were losses for the Legends, the last 2 games for the Northstars. So, Killian, how do the Legends ensure that their star junior stays hot here tonight?
Well, they got to feed him the ball firstly. If they can't get him the ball, he's going to have no chance at getting past his Northstar defense. And we've seen CNS's defense hold teams to 8-9 goals throughout this year. This definitely could be one of those nights, but CNS has to make sure they don't let him get the ball, because if he does, it could be a long night.
Yeah, and it could be a close one. Both games been coming down to those last couple quarters, and Liverpool was one of those teams that the Northstars got a little scare earlier in the season. They almost their undefeated season was almost ended a little short there versus the Legends earlier in the season. So we'll see. So a trip to the Class A championship is on the line. We'll see who takes it all home and punches their ticket to the championship when we come back.
Northstar. Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's boys watching across Section 3, that's a semi-final contest featuring the busy Liverpool legends and our home team Cicero-North Syracuse Northstar. The Cicero-North Syracuse is Liverpool School District, in conjunction with the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, promote and track good sportsmanship from all athletes, coaches, and spectators. We thank all those who made tonight's contest possible, especially our officials. We ask that one without be properly positive for the players, play the coaches, coach, and the officials officiate. We welcome our guys from Liverpool, along with everyone watching this game on the Northstar.net streaming live on YouTube. We wish all the participants good luck in tonight's game. And this time, if able, please rise to remove your hats. You should put your right hand over your hearts for the sake of our national anthem. We'll release that recording of CNS High School Boys. Sing their anthem tonight.
We are live here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, alongside Killian Heffron. It's a face-off win here by Putman. As this is my last game here on the network. It's a sad day here, Killian, but hopefully it's not a sad day here for the North Stars as they punch their ticket to the Class A championship for the first time in Coach Wilbur's tenure.
Well, Joey, as a wise man reminded me this morning, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, so this is going to be a big test here for CNS. We know they've got the capabilities to do so, but Liverpool's also now had 2 games to work around CNS's strategies, so should be a fun one here tonight.
Yes, indeed, as the North Stars here. First on attack, here's Empey. He rolls right. Looks to get out of the jam, gets it off. Here's a great shot, but a bunch of blockers in front. As this one's scooped up by the Legends, here they come down midfield. Moving quickly now is Brady Michaud, excuse me. As now the Legends here on their attack. Dylan Ling flips it over to Karaher. Back down behind for Matat. Watch out for him, 68 goals on the season. He's got 11. 7 in the last time these two teams matched up here on the right side. Looking dangerous, but a good box out there against Donahue. Was Scammell. So he holds him back at the X. Trying to float in. But he's pushed out as Matat once again. Flips it back behind. Back at the X. Up top as that one is knocked away by the North Stars and picked up by Sweeney.
Yeah, North Stars got away with a cross-check there at the very beginning of that possession. Fortunate that they didn't just have to go man down.
As here's an opportunity for Scammell as he gets knocked on the ground. As he shoots, and it's 1-0 North Stars here in the Class A semifinal. Let's get a replay of that as Scammell gets it off through the contact.
Joey, watch Liverpool's defense here. They're going to just allow Scammell to just kind of find his way right in. Nobody really challenging him. And so the Legends, they got to be more mindful of how many shooters that the North Stars have because you can't give him that much room. Yes, he does get hit at the end, but you can't let him take that shot in that situation. Big goal for CNS to start. And you saw the bench reaction. You know how much this game means to them. This energy that they're getting early on in this game, let's see how they carry this out.
Scammell with his 4th goal of the season, 5th varsity goal of his career. As this one's eventually picked up by Cooper Hunter off the faceoff. Gets it off to Murray, who it just sneaks by, but he gets it before it rolls out. And here Murray pumps the brakes and looks the other way. He's got Sweeney entering the game. As Murray backtracks behind midfield, allowing Quinn Empey, the Bonaventure commit, to enter as he looks to rip one down low. A beautiful bounce shot from the senior. His 27th of the season as the North Stars have opened things up with a 2-0 run.
We've seen MP do this quite a few times this year where he'll get about 10, 15 yards out and rip a bouncer, and it's been successful this season. Once again right here, just a great finish. Bounces that one by 2-0. And just like that here, Joey, I mean, under 3 minutes in, Liverpool just has not had a response. Obviously, it's a long game, but if you're the Legends, they might have to start hitting the panic button here relatively soon.
Yeah, I mean, what a strong start here from the North Stars. There's another face-off win here by the junior, Jack Putman. Got a 6-2 face-off percentage. Used to lead the team, but technically the leader now, Kevin Greer, with a 6-7 face-off percentage. Just a stat, folks. Cooper Hunter here now. He's got 12 on the season. He looks for his 13th as that one gets a bad bounce off the post as it's picked up at midfield as it looks like offsides call here.
Yeah, he left. It looks like he left the side just a little bit early there, and officials are going to catch him doing that. And you can see the legend there was not too pleased with that call, but nothing's really going to change an official decision once the call's made, so Northstar ball.
Now back by the X. Looking in front. That one knocked free, but he gets it back. Nearly trails in, but a save made by Anthony Pusha.
Joey, I like the physicality we're seeing on CNS early in this game. They're not afraid to take hits and also lay them out. So, and that's another example right there. They're getting in and they're finishing their checks, and Liverpool is just struggling to keep up with it.
Summers looking for a forced turnover there as that one launched downfield. As a turnover here. I apologize for that momentary technical difficulty. So after that little blip in our technology, hopefully we'll be all set for the rest of the broadcast here as Jack Putman scores another, and the North Stars here 3 unanswered. So it forces Coach Michael Felice here for the Legends to take a timeout. So we'll take a momentary break here on the North. Actually, well, the huddle breaks up here for the North Stars. Legends probably going to follow suit.
And the Legends, they've just looked slow and sloppy so far. There hasn't really been much consistency in their game. A lot of turnovers, a lot of just mental mistakes. And CNS, they will take advantage of that every day of the week, especially in a game like this.
Rosales and Putman here for the face-off. Putman following. So Putman obviously following that goal to help the North Stars go up 3-0. And now here back at the X is Deinhardt. Deinhardt leading the team in a apologize again for that technical difficulty. Didn't miss much. Noah Samfier had a nice save, but
what I probably got cut off before I said it was Luke Deinhardt 6 points away from 100 on his career. So the North Stars certainly might be looking to find him tonight. And he's always a playmaker for CNS. Like you said, Joey, 25 assists on the year. So wouldn't be too shocked here to see him get a bit closer to that point total here as he tries to hit 100 before the end of his senior year.
Legends looking to finally come up with a response as a flag is thrown. Our officials here tonight, Chad Reese, Brian Leonard, Matt Pullum, and Bob Seeger making the calls. 5:29 left to go here in the first. 2 timeouts remain for the North Stars, only 1 for the Legends. So here it looks like they're going to have a man-up advantage. 1 minute cross-checking here on Adrian Sweeney. So a 1 minute man-up advantage for the Legends. Now's the time, Killian. You end this 3-goal streak for the North Stars and try to respond to these 3 unanswered.
Let's keep an eye here, Joey, on if they try to just take shots or if they try to draw good chances, because it'll kind of give us an insight on how they expect to play this game as that one gets deflected away.
Tries to flick it up and in. As that's going to be CNS ball. Has a great turnover forced on the sideline by Caden Mazzoli. So he was trying to bring it in from out the back of the end zone. Force a turnover. North Star is a man down. However, they're working with the ball here and the lead up 3-0. Scammell feels the pressure, backs up around the 40. On the other half of the field, Murray crosses midfield. Looking to move quickly. North Star is probably just going to wait until this man-up is over for the Legends before they try. Unless they got a good opportunity here, Killian, during this man down. This could be a shorthanded goal here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, Joey, they're going to try to just wind time down, but...
Yeah, is the man-up advantage here going to expire now?
But the North Stars have been able to be great offensively tonight, so I wouldn't have been too shocked had they tried to go in and get another one.
But now Deinhardt here at the X. Looks to get that in front for the Bonaventure commit as Empey looks to rip that one top shelf, but it just flies on past.
I mean, what a clip that would have been if he was able to score that. That defender had no clue where Empey went.
As Summers looking to get one quickly, he passes it up to Putman here for Hunter. Hunter left side, nearly eaten by the turf monster, but gets back on his feet. Back at the X for Deinhardt. Here near side for Summers. Cheney, who's been a little bit quiet here tonight, as he rips one, looks to go top shelf, but a save made by Pusha.
That's a great job by Cheney there. A little dipsy doodle in and takes the shot. Unfortunately, gets turned away.
A little dipsy doodle, Killian?
Yeah. Producer Alex Schneibel asked me to sneak that one in to the broadcast earlier today, so I figured that'd be a good time.
Back up top here now for Dylan Ling. Now that name may sound familiar to some folks who follow CNS hockey, as obviously CNS and Liverpool are conjoined in ice hockey for the ice hockey season there. But yeah, Killing a lot of familiar names. Obviously, Andrew Gabor played lacrosse last year. Obviously, he was a senior last year, graduated. Is that one a good defensive stop in front? Looked like it was Nicholas Wilbur who got a piece of that one. But yeah, Dylan Ling played for the North Stars for the ice hockey season. Had a pretty good year.
Yeah, not to get completely off topic. I mean, North Star Ice Hockey certainly had an up and down year. Finished the season in 500. Ended up getting the 4th seed and hosting Bowensville, who was about 8 games above 500. So a bit weird how the seeding worked out. Obviously, they lost in that quarterfinal 4-0 to the Bees, but just pretty cool that you can get some of these players from different districts over onto CNS and just have them show off what they can do. And
Right.
it really was a very Liverpool-heavy team with their skilled players. Between Cal Brown, Dylan Ling, like you said, Gabor.
Yeah, we'll see. That makes all the difference here. As that one gets knocked away from Deinhardt. Close in front.
Yeah, Deinhardt's got to be careful there. He doesn't take a retaliatory penalty. He gave it a little cross-check afterwards. I understand it's a rough game, but there's just some...
Oh, is what a forced turnover there by Summers. As moving quickly now is Sweeney as he pumps the brakes and floats on back. Looks for some reinforcements. But Summers, and I think Deinhardt got a piece of that as well. Just great close in there at midfield. Just tighten the gap, Killian, and force it. As that one looking for Sweeney in front was Deinhardt. Just can't connect as it's picked off by Jake Berthoff. So now here comes the Legends. A little bit of a scoring drop for both teams here with 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. We'll see if the Legends can be the first to end this little dry spell, as the North Stars have scored 3 unanswered. Again, high stakes in this one. It's win or go home, as someone is going to be punching their ticket to the championship game. Coach Wilbur looking.
That's not a spot to be taking a penalty there, Joey. I mean, it's behind the plate. It's just a selfish move.
Not one you want to see when you're up 3-0 here. And with little time left to go here in this first quarter, 33.3 left to go.
I mean, the Legend fell down, was grabbing his knee, but he's able to walk it off. So obviously, I mean, not to say he dove, but I mean, maybe a little bit of that, especially in these sectional games, trying to draw penalties, but still, you can't be taking penalties in that situation.
So here another man-up advantage. Penalty on Aiden Samfier. Is here another chance for the Legends. Down 3-0. About 30 seconds left here. In this first quarter. So Legends look to score late. Is that one looking to go upper 90? It just sneaks on past the right side of the goal. Stays with the Legends, but not with much time left to go. Back in behind. Here's Matat, as it looks like he's just going to let this chew. Maybe take one last second. No, he's just going to let this first quarter expire. So 3-0 in favor of the North Stars. 3 quarters left to play as we're 12 minutes through this Section 3 Class A semifinal. A ticket to the championship is on the line. We'll be back in just a moment for the second quarter of action. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network. Killian, give us a little score update on the other semifinal matchup happening right now.
Well, over at Mike Messere Field in West Jenny, the Wildcats lead the Bees 4-0 with 2:08 left to go in the first quarter.
As just before we came back on, it was 3-0, so Wildcats scoring another. So it seems like the winner of this one will probably go on to play the Wildcats unless the Bees come back in miraculous fashion. Currently West Jenny dominating that one in the first.
Yeah, West Jenny seems like the perennial 1 seed for boys lacrosse in Class A, so looking to make it back and try to go for another sectional title. They won the state title only a few years back.
As that one looking to rip down low, but another great stop in front. As Caden Mazzoli got a piece of that one. Now the North Stars moving quickly downfield. It's Scammell who crosses mid. Backtracks to the sideline as he exchanges places with Adrian Sweeney, who applies the brakes, waits for reinforcements. North Stars looking a little empty on this half of the field. As Coach Wilbur telling a couple players to make their way across midfield. Now Putman joins Sweeney as this shot clock winds down halfway through. A little bit of a miscommunication, maybe just trying to make sure they don't get called for offsides. As Empey gets it back to Deinhardt at the X. Now far side for Cheney as he backs up. Putman thought about it. He evades the check. Looks to fire again.
Liverpool just got a big break there. One of their defenders got eaten by the turf monster.
That one ripped down low as a great save is made by Pusha.
Yeah, one of the Legends got eaten by the turf monster, and it was a great defensive positioning by the rest of the Legends to prevent Puntman from being able to get the shot because he had a lane and it got taken away so quickly that he didn't recognize it.
Now about 2 minutes in here to this third quarter. Still 3-0 lead, both teams. Just haven't been able to find any momentum on offense. No, North Stars have had some of that momentum. They just haven't been able to get one through here, Killian.
Yeah, I mean, started this game, Joey. I mean, 3 consecutive goals. Like you said, it's been quiet since then, but no shortage of chances. It's been a great job by the Liverpool goaltending to keep CNS off the board ever since that third goal went in. But, I mean, with the amount of chances that they're getting, you have to imagine that sooner or later they're going to put up a fourth. So Liverpool's got to start playing more offensively.
Well, they're looking to do it here on their next attack. Feeds it near side for Michaud. Now back at the X for Matat. Back up top, Donahue. Gets it to Ling, back to Donahue. Donahue rips that one from long range as a save made by Samfier as he feeds that one downfield for Putman. Just a couple games ago, Samfier had his first assist of his career, as that one is a beauty to Deinhardt on the right side as he wakes the nylon with that one. What a shot, as it's 4-0 North Stars.
Yeah, Deinhardt's going to get left open here. Just a good turnaround, great finish, and great placement on the shot. And Liverpool, just nobody really in the area to cover and plenty of time, rips the upper 90.
As you can see, excellent awareness by Donovan Cheney. He's the one who finds Deinhardt on that right side. Killian, he recognizes Deinhardt is under that, double team. So what does Cheney do? He pulls out one of those defenders and gives Deinhardt a one-on-one opportunity, and he does not squander that opportunity. That's for sure. Is a couple big hits.
Oh, that's a great takeaway there by CNS. I mean, the effort required to successfully get that one is now here's a bit of a sticky situation for Samfier.
But he gets out of it here. Now near sideline. As with speed, it's Wilbur. Feeds it far side for Cheney, who begins to apply the brakes. Cheney looking for his options, gets some reinforcements here on the right side of the field. He floats back. As here at the center circle, Sweeney begins to jog in. Cheney rips one down low as it just squeaks on by. Here's Cheney again. Near side back to Deinhardt, who scored the last one. Round robin here, 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. As a whistle is blown here. Missed the call by the ref. Yeah, a little bit of a quiet night here for Donovan Cheney and Empey, and Adrian Sweeney, because the last time these two teams matched up, obviously the last regular season game for the North Stars, Adrian Sweeney knocked through 5 and Cheney had 4 in that 18-13 win for the North Stars. Just a couple games after that 13-12 loss versus the Wildcats, who, if the North Stars move on, are probably going to play them. Here's Matat. He's also been quiet. Obviously, the Legends as a whole have been quiet here. Unable to crack one through. As that one fight for it on the far side. As another time the Legends are eaten by the Turf Monster. That one's poked free, but Summers there to pick it up at the center circle. He rolls here near sideline. Feeds it to Deinhardt, who gets it back to Summers. Summers waltzes his way near the X. He looks to make a full rotation. looking far side. Back up top, here's Hunter, who dumps it off to the fresh legs of Adrian Sweeney. Sweeney looks to roll left side, as what a nasty move. Through the contact, too, as flags are flown. Northstar's going to have a man-up advantage here after that one. But what a goal by Sweeney. Is here near side, sneaks past a couple defenders, and fires that one against Pusha point blank.
Yeah, I mean, every single official on the field throwing a flag after that one. Let's see what the call ends up being.
Get a former Northstar Network member, Caroline Dunn, here in the booth. She was originally supposed to do the game with Jimmy Ginsburg, but I believe they were having some technical difficulties with the codec as old as me.
And the power situation there.
Yeah. So 5 out here for the North Stars. It's just what a nasty move here from Sweeney. It's a man-up advantage here. Berthoff coming to the sideline. As you know, maybe a little bit of frustration, that contact, that flag, that penalty, coming because of that frustration, being down 5-0 here for Berthoff.
Well, it's like we said earlier, Joey, after the North Stars took one, you can't be taking selfish penalties in this situation in a game like this. I mean, especially if you're Liverpool down as much as you already are, you want to get momentum and not have the North Stars just continue to drain clock off this half.
Summers, that one just flies on past. Whew. There's an update on that West Jenny game there, Killian.
Yeah, the Wildcats at the end of the first quarter of action are up 7-1, so they went on a big scoring run there towards the end. Beeville got a goal in there, but Wildcats firmly in control of that game.
And that one heading into the second quarters. We're 5 minutes left to go here in this semifinal matchup. Excuse me, left to go in the second quarter of this semifinal matchup. Gets it back up top. Round robin, that one shot down low. It just gets a bad deflection in front. 4:44 left to go. North Stars still working with the ball and the lead. Reset of that shot clock. There's a little sidestep there by Putman. He's got one here tonight, looking for another. He sidesteps, gets it to Cheney. Cheney looking for one as he gets tripped up in front. No call made there as man-up advantage has expired and a timeout is taken here. Looks like it's going to be the Legends as they're going to take their final timeout of this first half. We'll be back in just a moment. 4:19 left to go. 5-0 North Stars. So the Legends taking their final timeout of this first half. As they work with the ball. Down 5-0. As the North Stars have scored 5 unanswered. So the Legends managed to keep that one in as it nearly rolls out. Now working at the X. Matat rolls. Looking near side. Nearly gets past Wilbur. As that one gets a bad bounce off the top of the post. Working against Samfier. Gets it near side now against Wilbur. Looking to get it in front. Is that one? He rips it down low. It's Jake Berthoff, the senior, as he gets the Legends on the board. Northstar still with a 4-goal lead. 5-1 here with 3:21 left to go.
Well, you give him that much time to shoot, not very likely he's going to miss. And it's a great shot, good bounce on it. And Liverpool's on the board. So North Stars, they've got to keep their offense and their defense at tip-top shape, because you know Liverpool's going to try to come back now that CNS is looking a bit slower.
Yeah, and the problem with that one, Killian, you just can't give Berthoff that much separation and that much time, as you already had mentioned. And that one, just so much velocity on it. There's not much Samfier can do down low. Now here for Ling, up at the circle. Back in behind. Dumps it off to Michaud. Back up top for Donahue. Donahue gets eaten by the turf monster, but he gets back on his feet.
Yeah, it looks more like a trip to me, Joey. I think he got tripped up there by the North Star.
Is that one feed in front, but a save made by Samfier as he picks it up. After a couple bounces nearly into the hands of the Legends. So North Stars move quickly down midfield. Real quickly, as what a feed as Deinhardt's got his second of the night. What a find from Sweeney as he was just all by himself beside the goal. Sweeney just casually jogged in, had no problem feeding it to Deinhardt, who was all by himself with Pusha. Pusha just not expecting that one.
Well, Joey, I can just copy and paste everything that I said for the last Deinhardt goal, because that happened the exact same way. He's left open right on the post. Good turnaround shot. Goes upper 90. And Liverpool, I mean, that's twice they've let him walk right in like that. And I'm sure Deinhardt has no problem with that prospect. But
and, you know, kind of a similar thing. They left Deinhardt, like you said, left Deinhardt open, but it all kind of started. Sweeney was starting to jog in. Liverpool defense starts to kind of pull themselves out from around the crease, you know, just trying to guard that mid-range. Afraid Sweeney might look there for an assist, but instead he goes all the way to the crease to find Deinhardt. Is that one broken up by Samfier? Aiden Samfier, that is.
And the thing, Joey, I mean, that just shows how much respect they have for Sweeney as a shooter. I mean, they're not letting him get any space to walk in. Shows how much they fear his shot.
So the North Stars take a timeout, one of their two remaining, with 1:49 left to go. Coach Wilbur looking to regroup as this first half is nearing its end. We'll be back in just a moment. 6-1 North Stars. We welcome you back here live on the Northstar Network. A ticket to the Class A championship is on the line with 1:40 left to go here in the second quarter. Just about a little over 24 minutes of regulation time left to play. 6-1 in favor of the North Stars. Deinhardt scoring the last. He's got a 2-goal game. So he looks to be the standout for CNS. Back behind, here's the man of the hour, Deinhardt. Back up top here, Empey. It's Sweeney once again. Putman exchange. Back to Sweeney. Sweeney rolls. He gets that over as a little jump shot from Cheney. As that one, oh, another good one. As that one down low, Cheney gets his revenge. He missed the jumper, but he doesn't miss that one from 15 out.
Well, Joey, if you miss, try again. If you miss again, try again. And if you miss again, try until you finally score. That time, 3-shot sequence for the North Stars. I mean, like you said, Joey, from 15 yards out, eventually he's not going to be able to stop one of them. But, I mean, great effort by the Liverpool goaltender to get the first two. Took a couple off the knees, which I don't imagine is going to feel very good in the morning. But that's Cheney's first of this game.
We're seeing some black and blue on those knees. As the North Stars now, same score as the West Jenny game. 7-1, unless it's changed since we've been talking here, Killian, but
and it is not 7-1.
7-1 with 32.6 left to go here before half. Thank you again for joining us here on the Northstar Network. This is my final game here on the network. It's a sad one, but it's definitely not a sad one here for the North Stars. Up 7-1 as they take their final timeout. Coach Wilbur wants to regroup before this first half comes to a close. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome you back as the clock starts up once again. 20 seconds left to go. So that shot clock is off. North Stars looking to maybe add one more before halftime. Is that one another shot from Cheney? This time, it's saved by Pusha as he looks to run out this clock, and he fires this one downfield. Maybe a last-second heave from the Legends, but not in enough time. So that does it here for the first 2 quarters of action. What an exciting semifinal we have for you. A ticket to the Class A championship is on the line. Who's going to punch their ticket? Well, we'll find out in the third and fourth quarter. But right now, the North Stars are dominant in this one, 7-1. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes. Thank you again for joining us here on the Northstar Network. Don't go anywhere. a 6-7 face-off percentage, and I said it during the broadcast. I was like, we welcome you back live on the Northstar Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian Heffron. Somebody going to punch their ticket here to the Class A championship. As the North Stars and Coach Wilbur looking to, well, Coach Wilbur specifically looking to do it for the first time in his tenure. As a fight for it behind the net, as it's picked up against eventually by Pusha.
Yeah, Puntman thought there should have been a penalty on that play. Got pushed down. Officials say no way. We'll continue play here. And it's been a relatively clean game here for Liverpool. The North Stars have only had one man up. Liverpool's had two.
I can see that this game's definitely going to get a little bit more chippier here, Killian, as we go along, especially for the Legends. As looking to turn and take the shot from back behind is Matat, but he can't get it off, was knocked free before he had the chance to get a clean shot. As here comes Sweeney moving quickly as he decides to float back behind the X instead of taking the shot from coast to coast instead. Back behind for Summers, who flips it off to Putman. So at halftime over in the West Jenny game, it's 9-4 in favor of the Wildcats. Give you an update on that. It's now back near side for Sweeney, about halfway through this shot clock. As he looks to go down low, it just curves past. Looked like it was heading straight, Killian, and then it looked like it just had a little curve just based on how he got that shot off.
Well, Sweeney and Cheney have both mostly been kept quiet tonight. Both of them each with a goal.
But compared to their last game against the Legends, definitely quiet.
Now, Liverpool definitely did their homework against those two.
Putman with the spin. He evades the pressure, holds on. As shot clock violation upcoming, as that one sails on past. They're going to say it was shot after the shot clock violation, or excuse me, after the shot clock had expired.
Yeah, CNS just got a little too cute with that one there, Joey. A little too much passing. And it'll be mistakes like that that let Liverpool get back into the game. Obviously, they trail by 6.
As what a pickoff at midfield. Here comes Cheney. Oh, looks top shelf, but it can't get it to fall. Pusha with a great save, but Cheney, what a forced turnover there at midfield. It's a big hit there at the center circle, but Summers gets back on his feet. Now with time, here's Donahue. Donahue with a light jog towards the near sideline, gets it off to Ling. Ling off to Carher. Back in behind. Now for Michaud. Michaud looks to turn and take the shot, but he's boxed out heavily by DeViro. The long stick, who's successful on his defensive stand. As what a push by Sam Fear to hold him outside. Here's Carher. As he rips that one, looks to go up high. It's going to stay with the Legends as it's picked up here by Michaud. Michaud moving quickly from the X. Looks to turn and get the shot off, but it's knocked free by the North Stars. Actually picked up here by Matat near side. As he can't get that one cleanly to Schultz. As now here come the North Stars, feeding it up for Scammell. Scammell with speed. Presses the accelerator, but begins to apply the brake. As he now backs up, hits reverse. As he looks to cross midfield now, in exchange for Putman, who now gets the ball after he crosses the 50. Cheney dodges the pressure, loses it, but Hunter gets it back, fakes it. Sidestep there, looks to roll up the gut as a little bit of a over-the-shoulder shot from Hunter.
Yeah, CNS has had some accuracy issues today. They still lead this one by 6 off of some good defense, but there's been a number of chances where they've just missed the net.
Where you'd be surprised, Killing, you would see them normally not miss. I guess it's just testament here. Pusha have been excellent. He's had a number of saves to add on to his 161 saves on the season. As that one's knocked free, but no North Stars in the area as a flag is thrown. It's going to be on.
This will be against Somers, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah, he came in and trucked the goalies, so.
Get a confirmation on that. It may just be. See, this is going to be a man-up advantage here for the Legends. It's going to be a push from behind, I believe.
Yeah, they have cross-check. Or at least that's what I heard. So we'll see what the...
Yep. 1 minute cross-check here on Somers.
And sometimes you just get a little over-aggressive. That's one of the situations right there. But now you got to kill off a man advantage if you're CNS.
Liverpool been unsuccessful on all of their man-up chances here so far tonight. We'll see if they can end that little dry spell here with 6:54 left to go in this third. As a little flip over to Carher as that one just sneaks on by. Samfir looking to chase it down as he gets there in time as it heads out of bounds. So Samfir here to scoop it up. What an extra effort as he died for that one. So he looks to go other way for Wilbur. Nearly lost it, but he gets it back in time. Before the Legends is that stick is knocked free. No call there.
Yeah, it sounded like he got whacked in the head with a stick. I clipped in the mask.
My dad is saying that he did from his observations. Carher. Now far side for Donahue.
We
As
got
flags are
everywhere.
thrown.
I don't know enough about the rules of lacrosse to know why they threw these, but I'm guessing it's against CNS since Liverpool is continuing their possession here.
We're going to wait for that possession turnover. So we'll get confirmation. This could be a double man-up advantage here for the Legends. Not for much time, though. As I think the last one had just expired.
Yeah, Somers was released. It looks like they're at the end. Or nope, they're sending them back in.
Too many men on the field. Okay.
Well, that's one of those mistakes that you can't be afford to be making. I mean, our penalty kill's been great today if you're the North Stars, but how many times are they going to be able to kill stuff off?
Well, we'll see. 5:55 left to go. This one much shorter. 30 seconds here for the Legends. As they only have one on the board so far here tonight. As that one, Matat lost track of it as it falls out of his stick. Now moving across midfield is Dom DeViro, as finally that one is knocked free.
Yeah, DeViro's got to be careful there. It's clapping afterwards, and officials might not take too kindly to that. I believe he got away with it that time, but got to be certain you don't pick up an unsportsmanlike.
So unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, we weren't able to cover the semifinal for girls softball, but a scoring update on that according to CNS Athletics. CNS is going to advance to the sectional final. They had a 5-2 win over Beeville today, so they're going to play versus RFA for the Section 3 title at Carrier Park on Friday at 5:30. So an update on that.
That's a bit of a surprising upset there.
Yeah.
With RFA over Liverpool.
Liverpool had a strong season all year, and RFA coming out on top. So it's going to be CNS RFA in the Section 3 championship. Now up top here. Back and forth between Cheney and Putman. Back at the X for Deinhardt. Near side, round robin. Back up for Putman, far side. Back at the X, feeds it in front. It's that one! Rip mid-range. What a beauty from MP. How about that? 8-1 North Stars.
And Joey, we said this earlier in this game. You can't give MP that much room. He rips this one by, and no Legend really within reach of him. Plenty of time to wind up and fire that one away, and it's 8-1 CNS.
And that puts MP at 2 here tonight. And that gives him his 28th of the season. 9-4 as the second half of that West Jenny game just about to start. So that game is probably going to wrap up after our game, as we're here in this third quarter. The Legends finally with a response. It looks like it's going to be Josh Rosales, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
CNS got caught napping completely there. I mean, walks right in, one hands that one by.
North Star's defense has been strong all night, but that's the one time they break down and allows Josh Rosales to sneak through with his first of the game. That one picked up outside the center circle by Murray. Nearly loses it, but is there to pick it back up. Oh, he pumps the brakes, puts it in reverse, and gets it over to MP. MP scoring the last one for the North Stars. As that one gets a bad bounce in front, North Stars looking to pick up the rebound. As they do, it's Deinhardt. Actually, Josh Rosales, that's his first goal of the season for the junior. As a matter of fact, that's his first career varsity goal. Coming at the right time here, Killian. Legends still down by 6, but at least he helped cut the deficit here late.
Yeah, and it gives Liverpool something that they can build on, too. If you're Liverpool, I mean, you got 15 and a half minutes left of regulation time, down by 6, more than enough time to come back, and that's another one right there.
That's another one. There's the man we've been looking for all night. He's been quiet. It's Christopher Matat with his 69th of the season. So he finally gets one here tonight. As he's been the driving force of this Legends team. That also marks his 153rd of his career. So back-to-back goals here for the Legends as they're on a 2-0 run with 2 unanswered. Face-off violation here on the Legends, and it's North Star's ball. They work with it now and the lead, though it's been cut down to 5 after Josh Rosales scores his first varsity goal and the 69th of the season for Christopher Matat. Comes at the right time.
Definitely kills the energy here that CNS had going, and you can kind of just feel it in the environment. It's just a lot quieter now, a lot more nervous, because Liverpool now 2 unanswered. What's to say they'll get more?
Well, now the North Stars here halfway through the shot clock, looking to end it. Putman back behind for Cheney now. Cheney feeds it over to Deinhardt, who looks to go stick side against Pusha, but can't get it to fall. North Stars still hold on. Is Cheney there to pick it up? Back up top. Here's Empey. The St. Bonaventure commit with a multi-goal night. as he backtracks, nearly loses his footing. Gets it back behind with plenty of space. Here's Putman as he rips it from around 10 out. From right dead center. Putman just a little off center, but he knocks it right through for a beauty, and the North Stars end that 2 unanswered streak here for the Legends. They extend their lead, now up 9-3 with 2:21 left to go. That right there, Killian, is the energy the North Stars needed.
Yeah, I mean, again, they gave him more than enough time to load up and shoot. And it's been one of those nights here for the North Stars where if they get enough time to shoot and the shots on net, it seems to just go in. There's really been some great saves made by Liverpool tonight, but
can't give them too much separation, Killian, like they did there for Putman.
Yeah.
Now here's Matat, looking for 70 on the season.
What a fake pass there by Matat.
He looks to rip that one down low. It was Karaher as Ling found himself sprawling on the ground. It's a fake out there by Matat, but he gets it over for Karaher. As that one nearly sneaks on in. The North Stars hold firm.
And it was a great hit there right behind the play. Just, I didn't catch what number that was for the North Stars, but he certainly made him pay the price. I believe it was number 28. That would make it Landon Russo there, who laid the body. Oh, what a move.
As Scammell gets past a couple defenders at midfield. Feeds it back to Putman as he retreats past midfield. As they get Empey across this side for some reinforcement. Empey feeds it back over as Sweeney now backs up. About halfway through this shot clock now. So North Stars currently lead by 6, as there's about a 9 or 8 second difference between the shot clock and play clock. So shot clock is not on their side, it's only the play clock. Looks to get that one point blank as just gets a bad bounce. So the Legends here with 6.9 left to go, as they're going to rip that one, a little Hail Mary shot, as it's picked up by the North Stars. As the North Stars looking for their own Hail Mary shot the other way, but the clock expires. It's neither team able to score in those final seconds. So North Stars still hold on to a comfortable lead, up 6 here in the final quarter of action. Again, a lot on the line here today. So it all comes down to this. Coach Wilbur looking for his first Section 3 Class A championship appearance in his tenure here at CNS. You know, leading the team to a 14-1 season, 5-1 in SCAC Metro play, and number 13 in New York State. He's looking for his first appearance there in that championship game. Will it come tonight? Well, we'll find out. 12 minutes left to go. Don't go anywhere. Fourth and final quarter of today's Class A semifinal. Trip to that championship game more than likely against the Wildcats unless a miraculous comeback occurs from the Baldwinsville Bees. They're currently trailing the reigning champs, the Wildcats, 11-4. So it looks like if the North Stars hold out and the Wildcats hold out, it's going to be CNS Wildcats, a rematch of that Class A semifinals from last year in the championship, and of course that perfect season coming to an end against that Wildcat team, 13-12 for the North Stars. So they're going to have to go against their sole loss of the season. As we're getting word, 2 goals and 2 assists here tonight for Luke Deinhardt, so he is 2 points away from a 100 career points. As here's Sweeney. We'll be definitely looking to feed it to Deinhardt for the rest of the evening. There's multiple players looking for a hat trick. Putman, Empey, and Deinhardt, all with 2 goals on the evening. There's Deinhardt. Feeds it over to Sweeney, who gets it knocked free as it is sent sky high. It's eventually picked back up by Summers. Good hustle there. As a whistle is blown, it's going the other direction for the Legends. Not quite sure the call there, but it's a shot clock violation. I missed that. My dad could be a lacrosse referee.
Pick up lacrosse instead of flag football.
I was gonna say there's a lot of, you'd be surprised, a lot of refs here in lacrosse also do football in the fall. As the the lacrosse assigner for the referees here for lacrosse, he also refs refs football in the fall. But anyways, back to the task at hand here, as the North Stars still holding on to that 6-goal lead. A timeout is taken here by the Legends as they look to complete a potential comeback here with 10:22 left to go. Still some time, but is it enough? We'll find out when we come back. We welcome you back as it's all on the line. Win or go home here. It's the Legends looking to maybe surmount a comeback here. Not impossible. Down 6 with just over 10 minutes left to go. As that one flips it down low, as that's going to be his 2nd of the night and his 70th of the season. It's Christopher Matat, the junior. He gets that one unassisted. Well, here's where the comeback starts here, Killian. Down 5 now after Matat's goal. Now they just need to hold strong on defense. Keep doing what they've been doing on offense that's led to this little spark. And you could see a late comeback here.
Yeah, definitely. The North Stars on offense just have to keep pushing, get some more balls in the back of the net. Meanwhile, over in West Genesee, the Wildcats lead Baldwinsville 11-4 in the 3rd quarter.
So that should hold true. Again, if the North Stars hold true here, we could see a rematch of the semifinals from last season. As the girls softball team, after winning their semifinal match, are coming here to support the boys as they look to take home their semifinal match. The first in some time. As again, this would be Coach Wilbur's first appearance in a Section 3 championship game. Back now behind, here's Deinhardt. He's got 98 career points, looking for his 100th here tonight. He's already got a 4-point game. Is that one a good save in front by Pusha? But Deinhardt just 2 points away from 100 career points. He's already got 4 here tonight, 2 goals and 2 assists, as he's the one here to take it out of the back of the end zone. Hunter now up near far side. Back now by the X for Deinhardt. Empey looks for his options. Back up far side. As Cheney floats near side. Looks to get it off. Sweeney back with it now as he feels the pressure of the double team. Gets it off to Empey, who loses it. Lost track of it for a moment. But he gets it back thanks to Summers. Nearly loses it there back at the 40.
Yeah, it's a smart play there by Summers to just whack it back over to Empey.
As that one nearly finds its way through. Cheney just got really unlucky here tonight here, Killian.
Yeah, that one, I think it tipped off the stick there of the goaltender for Liverpool. I mean, he's gotten close. He's gotten his shots on net, just hasn't been able to get him by.
Pusha made some big saves here tonight. Continues to make them here late as he looks to keep his team in this one. So here now Deinhardt back near the X. Feeds it up top, Hunter. Now to Sweeney. Sweeney surveys his options. Half of the shot clock is gone. Is that one fired up top? Cheney been getting some good looks. He's just not been able to find the back of the net, and sometime he's got one here tonight. A little quiet compared to the last game of the season versus this very team where he had 4. As Hunter looks to get it off, diving forward, but it's picked up by Chexfield. Oh, what a...
That was a great effort by Deinhardt there to get back and whack that one away. Unfortunately, Liverpool still is going to come up with this.
So now that last attack took a lot of this fourth quarter away from the Legends. Spent a lot of time on that attack as a flag is thrown, more than likely on the North Stars. They're waiting for change in possession. But now the Legends, they hold strong on defense. Can they come up with a play here on offense? Here's Matad, who tries to get it off. He's got 70, and he's got a hat trick here tonight. But this time it's Donahue who cuts this deficit down to 4 with 6:31 left to go.
Yes, ENS slowing down here in the second half, and it's not the time to do it. Liverpool currently in control of this game. And the lead now dwindled to 4, 6:31 to go. So still a lot of time left on the clock. CNS has got to start putting more goals in offensively.
Now it's Rosales and Putman back again here for the draw. Or excuse me, the face-off. I'm so used to saying Putman for the draw, Killian, from last year. I mean, just becomes second nature. So anytime I say Putman is obviously man-up advantage here. Penalty coming against Aiden Samfier. Now an opportunity here for the Legends as a timeout is taken by CNS to regroup. We'll be back in just a moment. Do not go anywhere. 9-5 in favor of the North Stars with 6:18 left to go. We welcome you back. It all comes down to these last 6 minutes and 18 seconds as the Legends have been staying in this one, climbing their way back here late. Down 4. They have a man-up advantage, but currently the North Stars have possession. Working with the ball and the lead. Here's Sweeney near side as he jogs past a couple defenders. As he's pushed out by Gilbraith. Back now far side. It's back up top for Putman. 40 seconds left here on the shot clock as a lot of contact made there by Putman, but he stays on his feet and nearly gets that shot off through all that contact with Berthoff. Putman getting back on his feet, maintaining possession, and still managing to get the shot off. Back here now, picking it up. He looks in front as that's Deinhardt. He's just 1 point away. He's got a hat trick. Luke Deinhardt. And the North Stars are in the double digits. Deinhardt been the standout player here tonight for the North Stars. Like we said, he has got his 99th point of his career. That gives him his 24th of the season.
Hold on a second here, Joey.
They saying no goal?
No, I think they're ruling it a goal. I don't know if there was an unsportsmanlike foul called after. Or maybe it was a warning. So they might have, it looks like they warned the bench. Because there's nobody
I think
coming
it's going
to take
be
a seat.
On the bench, maybe.
Well, there's nobody taking a seat for CNS.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We were looking at the celebration after the fact. It looked just like normal stuff, you know?
I mean, but it is Liverpool ball, so definitely a weird one there.
After that one, Legends now trail by 5, but they still have time, though. It's not ample time, that's for sure. Now they're in this hurry-up stage. We could see some unnecessary penalties from the Legends.
We could see them try to draw to Northstar into taking unnecessary ones. Little hit here, little whack there. Eventually you might get a bad decision made.
So that one just flips on past as he looks to get that one in front. As a nice feed from Berthoff to Dylan Ling as they're back within 4.
The CNS crowd not too thrilled about the celebration after that one, but I mean, CNS was not on a man down. So again, bit of an odd situation, but I mean, that's a great release. Almost a one-touch there.
So with 4:45 left to go, now back within reach for the Legends. Well, with just under 5 minutes of playtime left and down by 4, it's definitely a much taller task here, Killian.
Absolutely, but still plenty of time on the clock for Liverpool. That first goal right there is going to be a big one. Trying to shift the momentum of this one back into their favor.
And a timeout taken here by Coach Wilbur. The final timeout left for him of the game as he looks to regroup and set up this North Stars team for success as they look to come out with the victory here and punch their ticket to the championship game against more than likely West Jenny as they currently lead the Baldwinsville Bees. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. About 4:29 left to go. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joey Cox, alongside Killian Heffron for more than likely my last game here on the Northstar Network. Oh, as Sweeney looks a little shaken up there. He got hit in the midsection. He looks to be all right. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. So he's going to come off in favor for Blake Fifi, who picks it up as he enters the field.
Let's go.
Hopefully he's all right. As Fifi gets it back for Deinhardt. Everybody trying to get it to the junior, or senior, excuse me. Forgot he was a senior. So if he doesn't get it here tonight, Killian, he'll more than likely get it in the championship game. But
That's provided they make it that far. Liverpool still has life, and obviously time draining off on the clock, but
it's not impossible here, Killian. Here's Deinhardt. Near side, gets it off to Empey. Empey back to Deinhardt. Deinhardt looks in front. Oh, and it's a save made by Pusha with 3:23 left to go.
it was a good read by Pusha. Knew where he was going and got over there, made the stop.
Gets it off to Ling. Ling scoring the last. One for the Legends. Gets it back behind for Matat. Matat already got 2 here tonight of the 6 for the Legends. This game not out of reach for the Legends quite yet. Is that one fired down low, but a great save made by Samfir. But an even better rebound and shot there by Ling. As now it's within 3, Killian. Maybe now time to hit the panic button for the North Stars.
I mean, I would say, if not, maybe not the panic button quite yet, but you got to be hitting some button. You got to get your defense and your offense back into the form we saw in the first half. We just haven't seen that here over the course of this entire second half.
So here for the face-off, it's Putman and Rosales. Face off, fight for it outside the circle, and it's ultimately won by the North Stars. Coming away with it now, it's Mazzoli. Gets it back for Sweeney, who's back out in the field. So it looked like he just got the wind knocked out of him as a flag is thrown. Looks like it's going to be too many men on the field here for the North Stars.
Well, North Stars have the ball here. I think this might be against Liverpool, Joey.
Oh, that is true. Well, just based off the substitution there, that's when it occurred. Wasn't quite sure, but I didn't see anything else that jumped out to me. It could be an offside here. I think that's going to be an offsides there on Liverpool. So only get a change in possession. But here with 1:47 left to go, the North Stars really just need to hold on to the ball. Killian, now, obviously, yes, granted, there's 20 seconds here left on the shot clock, so they're going to have to take a shot. But now your goal is to just run that shot clock as low as you possibly can without getting yourself in a sticky situation. Here, point blank is, what a move! Adrian Sweeney, no doubt about that, as a breakdown on the defensive side for the Legends. They just let him come right in.
That's a huge mistake there by Liverpool. I mean, you let a D1 commit walk in like that, it's not going to end up very well.
So Sweeney with his second of the game. Man, yeah, you can't just let him waltz in like that.
Yeah, Sweeney, they've kept him quiet all day, but eventually something's bound to go wrong. That was it right there. And Liverpool now down by 4 with under 90 seconds left. This could be huge here for CNS if they can win this face-off.
I'll pretty much do it, Killian.
Yeah, I mean, only about a 17-second difference, and that's not. And obviously, someone's got to win it first, but it looks like North Stars will win that quickly.
Very cleanly, too, as Putman looking to get one quickly. But they're just going to back up and, again, let this shot clock chew. You don't want to give the Legends any more time on the other side of the ball. It's back behind here, Summers. You got Deinhardt in front. They're going to be looking to feed it to him, maybe get him his 100th career point. But again, like you said, Killian, earlier, if it doesn't happen here, it'll happen in the championship game. Excuse me.
Yeah, championship game Saturday afternoon right here at Cicero-North Syracuse High School. As Turf Monster there nearly eats up Cheney.
So North Stars, if they'll have that home advantage, which will be beneficial. All looks to try to get it off there to Deinhardt, but it got broken up midway. As it's going to be Legends ball, but with not enough time left. 11-7, even if they score here late. Too little, too late for the Legends. So that one sails on pass, and the North Stars are there to pick it up, and that's going to do it. They're just going to hold. So they can just let this clock chew. They don't even have to cross midfield. That student section is multiplied, and they're bringing the energy here late. As Putman just rips that one downfield as it bounces inbounds as the clock expires. That does it here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. The North Stars have punched their ticket as they will go on to play the West Genesee Wildcats right here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. So the North Stars will have that home advantage. Killian, how do you think that's going to affect the North Stars' outcome of that game?
Well, certainly the student section is going to show up for that. I mean, no reason why not to. Right in your backyard, obviously Jenny's going to have theirs come out too, but CNS, all the momentum going into it, and the pressure's on West Jenny. You got a team as hot as CNS is right now, and obviously Wildcats firmly in control of the Bees. They're up by 11 in the fourth quarter, but all the pressure is going to be in West Jenny. Going into a road stadium, CNS is going to have that going for them. And especially all the depth scoring we saw today, Joey. They didn't have to rely on Sweeney and Cheney. They had everyone else get involved. You had for instance, Luke Deinhardt get 3. You had Puntman with 1, MP with 2. So they have that depth scoring ability, and I think Jenny's going to have their hands full trying to cover that.
All right, so we'll be back in about a minute here on the Northstar Network. We're going to do a little bit of a closing statement, a little bit of a closing, what's the word I'm looking for, Killian? A post-show, if you will. It's going to be short. We'll be back in just about a minute. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for that. We welcome you back here in the booth at Michael J. Bragman Stadium for this post-game show. The North Stars taking down the Liverpool Legends 11-7 here in the Class A semifinals as they punch their ticket, going to take on the West Genesee Wildcats right here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. So, Killian, give us a little bit of a rundown.
Well, Joey, CNS obviously coming through this game didn't really have much trouble towards the end. West Jenny, they're currently dominating Beeville, so it's definitely going to be CNS taking on the Wildcats in that game. And when these two played each other in the regular season, it was very close. These two teams are very similar in their physicality, their high-end scoring ability. I think it's going to be a defensive game. Whoever plays better defensively is going to get the chance to play for states.
Yeah, 13-12, that final score of that game. That was the only loss for the North Stars of the season. Obviously, ruining their chances of a perfect season, but here they look to get their revenge at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. We thank you again for joining us here, as this is kind of my final hurrah, final game here on the Northstar Network. It's a little bit sentimental. I may come back. We'll see. Well, I'll probably show up next year. We'll see if Killian allows me. But we may potentially be able to do the girls lacrosse game. We'll see. Obviously, that's according to Section 3, and if they allow us to do that, that may just be a radio broadcast. Of course, NFHS will be broadcasting that game if we are not able to, so you can tune into them if we aren't able to. But again, we're going to see if we can try to do that, so I'll be on that call for that game if the North Stars, of course, do make it as well, as they'll be taking on, remind me, on Thursday. But yeah, you'll be on the call for that one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Joey, it's been a pleasure sharing the booth with you the last couple of years here. My 10th and 11th grade year, I still got one more to go. I'll be taking over around here now that Joey's out. But, I mean, really just an awesome way, I think, for you to go out your final game. A win over a sectional rival such as Liverpool. I don't think there's really a better way. Yeah,
first game of Coach Chuck Wilbur's tenure. For him in the championship, first time in the championship for him, and North Stars haven't made it in a long time. At least it was before COVID since the last time the North Stars made it to the championship, and they have yet to win a championship in CNS history. So if any year they're going to do it, it's this year.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, got the home field advantage. This definitely could be the year we see CNS finally get over that hump and take home a sectional title. They've never won one in program history, whether that be in Class A or Class B. This could be the year right here.
Exactly. So the North Stars, again, taking down the Liverpool Legends 11-7. Thank you so much again for joining us. Joey Cox joined alongside Killian Heffron. I'm saying so long for the final time from Michael J. Bragman Stadium.